Hi, I'm here with Wes Leeser. You are the practice director, which is executive search and retained search for Verseek Consulting. Wes, you and I were at this conference this week, and I was in a breakout session with chief marketing officers that were surveyed. 325 chief marketing officers were surveyed. Their number one concern was the economic possibility of what happens if the budget gets cut. What kind of ripple effect does that have on people? Because you're in the people business. What do you think about that survey?
You know, it's a great question, John, and I think it's one that a lot of people are thinking is just what next? And you can look at it from a couple of different perspectives, right? You can look at it from the company perspective on, what do we do with budgets? How do we hire? Do we wait to hire until maybe after the year or something like that? But then you can also look at it from an individual perspective. And hiring is really, my job is as hard today as it's ever been in 6 years, okay? And that's just because there's so many opportunities and so many offers. But I think what you're going to see happening is candidates are going to take the wait and see mentality as much as organizations are going to, because they also don't know what's going to happen, in the next, 6 to 12 months. And so as opposed to if you're looking at two different opportunities, and one of them is high growth, high volatility, and the other one is maybe a little bit more, bigger company, a little bit more stable. I obviously don't know, but I do think that you're going to see, people lean towards and be a little bit more apprehensive to the high growth, high volatility, and look at more the stable organizations.
Interesting. You said something interesting about the candidate side of things, and in a lot of our client engagements, we see kind of varying degrees of talent moving in and out of organizations. What do you think about companies? Have they lowered their bar at all in terms of the quality of candidate to fill a role, or it's got to be a candidate's market would be my guess?
Absolutely. It's very much a candidate-driven market. And it's not always like that, but it's like that right now. And what I've seen, and I can only talk from personal experience, but what I've seen is organizations, let's say you have a budget of $140,000, right? As opposed to maybe they find the exact right person, but they're $15,000, maybe $20,000 above budget. I'm not seeing them lower expectations. What I am seeing them do is maybe go the extra mile to get the exact right person that they're looking for that fits the skill set that they need.
Interesting. And I guess last question, if you're a company looking for that candidate, how do you find those good candidates? I mean, obviously hiring a good firm like yours would be a good start. But how do you find those kind of candidates?
It's one of those things where you always, at the end of the day, recruiters, we're professional networkers, right? So leveraging your own network, and then always just having conversations, keeping a good pipeline of people that everybody is in peer groups, and there's small circles that they're in. If you're not using a recruiter like myself, it's always having those conversations. The one thing we always tell our clients is you have absolutely no control over who applies to a position. None whatsoever. You're basically just trying to get lucky and hit the lottery and have the right person apply to your position, but it's the organizations that take it upon themselves and want to have a say in who their position is. There's a difference between the best person in the market versus the best person who applies, and that's a choice. You have to actively try to recruit that person.
Awesome, excellent. And you're, on a personal note, it sounds like you're about to get on a flight and you're heading down to Mexico through Minneapolis?
Yeah, it's like 8 degrees right now in Minneapolis, so we're going to go chill on the beach for a little bit. So.
Awesome. Wes, safe travels.
John, always